Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for the TNA Event Center report. And now here's the man to give you all the total non-stop action and impactful report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. We just got done the Rant and Rave episode 292, the tribute to Sabu, and it was one of the most powerful episodes that we ever did. And we had the honor of interviewing. Sorry, my apologies to those who are wondering where I was. I had to go to David Stream to fill in for Joey Acacia to host the weekly baseball rundown, but I did come back for the rest of the interview that we did with Sabu back in Rant and Rave 83, episode 83 of Rant and Rave, and afterwards we gave our final thoughts on it, and it was really a powerful thing. So I hope we get to watch that episode again, and please do watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, please do watch it. It was a very powerful episode, and I hope you guys are, appreciative. Okay, let's talk about TNA Impact again. Sabu was part of that when he went up against Abyss in that barbed wire matchup. Women's tag team action. Masha Slamovich, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, teaming up with Nikita Lyons, the lovely, curvaceous babe that she is, went up against the team of Tessa Blanchard and Victoria Crawford. Now, I believed Crawford and Blanchard cheated to win the matchup to give them the victory, but Santino Marella knew didn't like that, and he felt that the match should be restarted. But Robert Stone decided to overrule him and said, "Hey, the decision still stands." Robert Stone, get a haircut. You're a loser. Anyways, in attendance also was former former NBA player. Former NBA legend. Sorry, folks, it's been a long day. Tracy Murray, and with his family to watch TNA. Tom Hennepin and sit down with an interview with Cody Deaner, which could be his final interview on a TNA episode. It's 2 weeks. He has to face Eddie Edwards. If he defeats Eddie Edwards, he's got a contract extension. But I think Robert Stone could end up getting him screwed out of that as well. The Great Hands were addressing the Irvine crowd before their matchup. As the Rascals went up against the Great Hands, Mustafa Ali tried to get involved in the matchup, distracting the Austin in the end, and then attacks Trey Miguel after the matchup. Ace Austin did confront Mustafa Ali, and then the Great Hands attack him, and then Mustafa Ali attacks Austin with a lead pipe, hit him in the leg. As he gets ready for that fatal four-way number one contenders match for the international title, which consists of him, Matt Cardona, Mance Warner, and Elijah. Matt Cardona ends up winning the matchup, and he has a future title match against a future title match against give me a second here. Probably accidentally pressed the wrong app button. Just give me a second. There we go. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Crazy things have happened here as of late. I do apologize. But Macklin has been ruled out. He's not able to compete, but he's going to be day to day. So I'm sure there'll be a situation with the international title if he's going to be out for a long time. Well, Tessa Blanchard confronts Ariana Grace, who was about fed up with Blanchard and Robert Stone, and Blanchard slaps Ariana Grace, knocking her down. Female stagehand goes over, "Hey, I'll get some help." And you know what? So, at First Class Penthouse with O'Shea Jackson Jr., then O'Shea Jackson confronts First Class because friggin' Francis decided to, AJ Francis decided to insult L.A., and O'Shea Jackson goes, okay, you may look like Suge Knight. I'm like, oh boy. And then he goes, you may look like a broke ass Uncle Phil. I was like, here we go, Uncle Phil again. Here we go with Uncle Phil. And AJ Francis, good response to this one. I'm going to make you look like Jazz. I'm going to start throwing you out. I'm like, oh, although, here's the thing. AJ Francis cannot be Uncle Phil even though he looks like him. Why? Here's the deal. Can AJ Francis do a Junkyard Dog impression? Can AJ Francis do a Shredder impression? I don't think so. That's why he shouldn't be Uncle Phil. James Avery. Anyways, and then Mike Santana interrupts First Class, and then First Class ends up retreating and shows O.J. Jackson Jr. some love. Indy Hartwell entered TNA in-ring debut, went up against the lovely Kelsey Heather. Hartwell did win the matchup, and then she's backstage to talk about her first victory. Then Tasha Steelz and the Great Hands will talk about, oh, poor Mustafa Ali. And then Indy Hartwell was not very happy with being interrupted. So that's called rude. It's, I'll deal with you later. And Tasha Steelz, I'll deal with you later. Let's go. So Rosemary addresses Zaya Brookside before her matchup. And Zaya Brookside went up against Rosemary, and Rosemary brought in the brass knucks. And then Zaya Brookside lost it, and she's attacking Rosemary, and referee had to disqualify poor Zaya Brookside. And then when Rosemary tried to fight back, here comes Lady Ying Lee. So, I'll tell you one thing, Rosemary's starting to get into Zaya Brookside's skull, that's for sure. Ariana Grace comes up to Santino and said, I want a match against Tessa Blanchard and Under Siege. And then Santino says, actually, I did bring you here to be an in-ring competitor. And Robert Stone says, finally, something you and I are on something to agree with. That's a great idea. I'll take it up with the board. Take it up with the higher-ups. That's a good idea. You know what it is? Robert Stone, at least he's on the same page, and Ariana Grace fed up with Tessa Blanchard. I don't blame her. But I'm fed up with Robert Stone. And you know what, Robert Stone? You come in, make your return to TNA unannounced. I don't think any of the board of directors could be dumb enough to hire you as... I thought Santino was doing a good job. Robert Stone is an idiot. Robert Stone, you know what it is? Robert Stone is such a crybaby. He doesn't have his own way. He decided to go above, I say this, since Ava chose Stevie Turner to be the Evolve GM, a.k.a. Evolve Prime Minister, Robert Stone has been jealous of Stevie Turner, and he's nothing but a crybaby. Ariana Grace agrees with me on this. Robert Stone, oh, I'm a bro man. Look at me. Oh, what a dope. Go back to Jersey and get a haircut. Make yourself look like Paulie D again, you big dummy. Okay. Get rid of that man bun. You look like a loser with it. Robert Stone can't stand the guy. Anyways, then Frankie Kazarian did address the Irvine, California crowd, calling them traitors. He said they decided to root for Joe Hendry than him. And then he addressed it, and then he brings out Trick Williams. Trick Williams responds to Kazarian. He's like, let's talk about it and all that. Joe Hendry comes out and didn't say, interrupts two gentlemen, doesn't say a word. And here comes Elijah, and then Elijah and Hendry came to was running the ring ready to brawl, but Kazarian and Williams had to duck out like a couple of cowards. You kidding me? What is with Robert Stone comes in and everybody wants to break rules. If I was TNA commissioner, I said, Stone, I call the shots. The directors never informed me of this, and I don't think they had. I called them on the phone. They said they have no idea about this. And you know what? You work for the WWE, so take a height ski, 22 skidoo. I don't care, Stone. I'm running things. I'm going to run it the right way. You dope. Anyways, then Santino Marella decided to come out to make a match, but he said Robert Stone once again said, "Well, Noah, we'll go against suitable replacements for next week before Under Siege." Come on, seriously. Then Jeff Hardy went up against Nick Nemeth. Jeff Hardy did end up winning the matchup, but then Nemeth was not very happy about that. And then as they were attacking Jeff Hardy, Leon Slater and Matt Hardy helped out. So in the end, Jeff Hardy didn't win the main event matchup. So we'll see what happens there. So that is all the time. Episode 2247 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. The TNA Event Center for May the 15th, 2025. And tomorrow we got the Game of Strategy, Luck, Knowledge, and Daring Bullseye. We got SmackDown tomorrow night. And we're going to have a little bit of fun there. So that is all there is to it. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. A blessed night. Get some sleep. Have a good night. I'm going to upload this video. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.